Okay, let's get started.
Alright, full screen on.
Let me just skip the starting. Team comp is Tracer, Winston, Diva, Zen. Okay, it's workable. Why are you typing here? Why are you typing? You're not spamming heals on your. Oh my gosh, your Diva was getting chunked.
Yeah. Game face on that side.
Alright, just quick chat. When you play Ana, right, you need to know who your healing priorities are, especially if your other healer is Zen. If the Tracer is getting hurt, right? Then it's the Zen's job to top the Tracer up lah. Generally for flankers like Tracer, Tracer Genji, the Zen has to do the job. Alright, it's
easier for him anyway.
Yeah, it's much easier for him, and you see that your Diva's getting chunked just now, and you didn't throw any heals on the Diva.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's better use the Pioneer over than that.
Yeah, you didn't notice the Dovis right there. I think you're distracted by the soldier also. Okay.
Yeah, two sides.
Then this part, I would like don't go anywhere out there. And why are you typing here?
If I'm not wrong, I got killed here because of.
Yeah, this is the feed, and you're the first one to die. So basically, this team fight is you basically cost your team the team fight for this one, right? You should never ever stand still in Overwatch. Typing is like the worst thing to do. Why didn't you get a voice instead?
I'm not too sure actually. I'm not sure if I was just not wanting to go on voice. I don't know.
Well, you're not going on voice. Okay, it's one, but the enemy team has a Genji and a Doomfist. Not going on voice is borderline suicidal. And you're playing Ana. You want the prime targets to die. It's not you. It's not Zen. It's you. This one was a more mechanics problem lah. I think you could have killed the Doomfist, but
the nade flew like way past him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, this one was eh. Alright, so you have Nano. You should be looking to Nano your Winston as soon as possible. And you are way too far in front for some reason. You're playing a very aggressive Ana, which is not wrong, but you're playing way too aggressive. Like,
so I'm playing with my team instead of like slightly further back, right?
Yeah, it's okay to play with your team, but you must be always behind your team. There's no point Ana being in front of the team. Oh boy. That was a yikes. There's a Roadhog beside you. There's a Roadhog. Oh my word. Yeah, like voice is so important here.
Like just tell them.
Yeah, Hawk behind, Doomfist behind, peel back, help. That kind of thing. Yes. Especially if you are Ana and you're fighting against a Doomfist. I probably wouldn't have needed the cause
Like that, that's it.
Oh,
Plate.
that's a
Where's
yikes.
the plate?
That's
I don't
another
even see
yikes. Good kill.
Looking down for a nade, but to find that the nade's not there.
Yeah. This one I think is you're not used to your cooldowns.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, see your positioning, you tend
It's
to
like in front.
always be in front. Like why? No, this is horrible. Um, that was a feat. You're the first one to die.
I don't know lah. I mean, in my like from what I remember, right? What was in my brain at the time was like get on point.
Y-
Well, you know.
how you gonna get a point with 5 people shooting at you? You're not a tank. You're basically running. You're running to the entire team. That was a pure feat. I mean, there's nothing to say about that lah. You still had about like what 7-8 seconds. You can waited for one of your tanks to come back, and then you can maybe touch the point. And the Junkrat is doing work. Yep, see yikes.
Maybe I kind of can see. I kind of can see what's going on already.
And yeah, indeed,
It didn't make sense for me to go point actually.
even in this situation, why do you jump on point? You could have healed your diva from a safe distance behind.
Yeah. Because Diva is the one that is like, how do you say, it's like she can contest better.
And you
And
can
it's
heal without as much danger.
without getting killed, and then Diva dies even faster anyway.
Okay, so two things. Okay, three things actually. Firstly, you need to know who your priority targets are. In this setup, who are your priority targets? Your priority targets are firstly, number one, your Zen. Your Zen has to be kept alive. Okay. Number two priority targets. Number three will be your. Number two is probably your either Diva or Winston. Okay, number two and three are probably your Diva and Winston, depending on the situation. Right. The rest, you heal if you can, but if you cannot, your Zen has to cover for you. Your Zen has to do some work as well. Right. Your Junkrat. Okay, there are not many people who are going to really die for Junkrat. And survive lah. And also a Genji is slippery. Right, he doesn't need. Yeah, he can escape. And
I know what it feels like.
yeah, so you need to know your targets well. Secondly, voice chat. Like, kind of voice. If you're playing
Cannot voice it out.
if you're playing on Genji, if let's say you're playing a Genji, a Tracer, maybe even a Mercy, it might not be so important for you to get a voice. I mean, it's still important, but it may not be as crucial, right? Because you can sort of fend for yourself. You can survive. You can be slippery. You're Anna, and you're fighting against a Doomfist and a Genji. Two characters that can kill you quite easily.
Right.
Yeah, so you need to get a voice, and you need to. You don't. If you don't get, or even if you actually no, even if you don't get a voice, right? Don't go typing in the middle of a fight, and in a very dangerous area. Number three.
That's not my bad.
Number three, your distance. Right, you're standing way too close to your team. I think it's important to be fairly close to your team so they can peel back and help you, but you're in front. You're not seeing like there's several instances right when none of your teammates are in front of you. You know, and it's not even a flank. Okay, if it's a flank, I can understand. You go there, you try to get a quick peek, and the kill is whatever is fine. But it is the main fight, and you are the first man in front. That should never ever be. That should never ever be the case. You're going to get picked off really quickly. Like someone mentioned once. I can't remember where I read it before about Zen, but it's the 3S rule. Right, if you don't see three of your teammates' asses in front of you as Zen, right? Generally, you're positioning wrongly already.
Right.
And I think the same thing goes for Anna lah. Yeah. Right. So let's see this. and I think I'm
Well,
gonna.
I tried Zen here.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna see similar issues.
Positioning issues, I think.
Yeah. Right. Zen is even more crucial than Anna in terms of positioning. Anna, at least you can nade yourself,
Right.
you can sleep that.
But I need to sleep.
Zen you will be kind of dead.
I'm not sure if the like how many targets are also.
Let your orb, yeah, keep your orb up. Okay, firstly, let's
Right.
talk about orbs.
Right.
Who should you be orbing? Like who's your team?
Yeah.
Who's your team? Like you have a D.Va, you have a
Ryan.
Doomfist, you have a Rhine, right? And who's the guy feeding at the left side?
Junkrat.
And a Junkrat. Okay, so who should you be orbing here?
Probably the guy that's going on his own. I
No. Okay, don't talk about the people who are feeding or doing something
okay.
stupid. Just say generally who should you be orbing?
The ones that like like the ones that have like less health but then still can be.
Yeah.
It's not like you opt tanks. I don't think you opt tanks, right?
Okay, you okay. Firstly, no, there's nothing wrong with orbing tanks in general, but okay, let's say generally you do not opt Rhines. Why?
Okay.
Because Rhine has a 2000 HP barrier in front of him,
Duh. Okay.
right? And however, D.Va is not a bad choice to opt because
True.
D.Va's matrix has a
Cooldown.
there's a cooldown, and there's a limit. So, and the best thing with D.Va has a pretty large chunk of armor. You leave your orb on D.Va, they shoot her armor, the armor gets healed back, they shoot armor. D.Va can tank a surprising amount of damage if the orb is left on D.Va. In this case, I would say leave it on D.Va, right? And watch out for your other healer. I think is it Mercy? I think.
Right. Yeah, I think. I think she changed to Anna. I think.
Okay, so D.Va and second priority, your Anna.
Second healer.
Second healer. I mean, your second healer is always the first priority, but what I mean is your orb by default, because D.Va is gonna take more damage.
Right.
Try to leave it on D.Va. Your Doomfist, any decent Doomfist is not going to take a whole lot of damage. Like, it's not going to really need the orb because he's going to jump in, do his stuff, and jump out. Yeah, and yeah, so I would say you put
Okay.
D.Va. Okay.
So then, if like people are low, if
in terms of that, yes,
you
you have to put your one. You change, but I'm saying by default. See, op, no op, no op.
Yeah, I know that lah. But like in a situation where like say like a tank is low or and some like say a support or DPS is low, then which one?
Support generally is support first, tanks, then DPS.
Okay.
Generally, I'm saying, but it's always generally.
You don't like stick to it like glue and then.
Yeah. In general.
Okay. So I'm seeing a loading screen on my side. I'm not sure.
Oh, oops. Can you see now? It's playing on mine.
Mine is still loading. Hang on. Let's see. Okay.
You see
I
it?
can sort of see. Kind of low quality, but okay.
Okay, looks like you're gonna get chunked by the Doomfist.
Champion fish.
Oh, wow, your Mercy saved you. Wow, you took a huge risk there. You hear?
Me, right?
Yeah, you hear the charge. You shouldn't even take that peek for some reason. I don't know why you peeked. Okay.
Oh yeah, how about Discord?
Nice. This is a good shot.
Oof.
Just clean up. Nothing much to see. Okay.
What happened?
Your Mercy feeded. Mercy fed. Your team is split.
We have a wood hole.
Your positioning is quite off. Like a better team, right, would just say there's a Zen to the left alone, then you die.
And then the Genji and Doomfist is just
Yeah.
gonna come and back my day. What?
Nice kill, good kill. This you did a lot. This fight. This one did a lot.
I felt like I did more than my Ana for some reason. Like as in like previous, but I don't know.
Your Ana's case was pretty bad, lah. Honestly, it was
Yeah.
like yeah.
I feel like it's really choked on the Ana.
Dangerous.
Hook.
Like in this case, I would already thrown my orb on the Junkrat, cause I would expect the Junkrat to take damage. Like in this case, I would already thrown my orb on the Hawk because I expect the Hawk to take damage, but that's a good kill.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know if I was quite out of position there.
Yeah,
or
you were out of position. You see, you are in like the middle of the fight.
Right.
Okay. Okay, let's let it play out for a while. Like,
Close to the point.
where is a good place to play a Zen against that kind of comp? Let me tell you a good place.
Actually,
About here.
I want to be very far back at all.
About here.
Because like if they come after me, right, then it's very hard.
No. Look at it. Look at it this way. Your team is in front. How are they going to come after you easily? Okay.
If they can't get through my team, right?
Yeah, they can't get through your team. If they go, let's say one of them, let's say they try to go left after you. You just go right. You can just rotate. You can shoot to see them and rotate. You're not standing here forever. But what is Doomfist? What is the weakness of Doomfist? Okay.
Well,
I mean, Doomfist. Okay, Doomfist is overtuned and probably quite overpowered right now. But what is his weakness? His weakness is that he cannot transit to high ground easily without using a cooldown. Which is essential for his damage combo. Generally, his damage combo is a seismic slam in.
From high ground
from high ground you left click, seismic slam, left click, uppercut, left click.
Left click and you.
So that's generally the Doomfist combo which will kill you, right? If you stand up here on this ledge, how is he gonna get to you? You see? How is he gonna get to you? He can't.
He can't punch the.
Okay, unless he knows some like insane Doomfist stack where you charge up, when you slide
off the roof and something.
when you slide off the snow. No, not necessarily. The roof is going to be pretty hard here. But let's say you can do the rocket punch up the stairs and then you do okay. But if he can do that, he's not going to be in goal. Okay, the guy's going to be like Masters or GM already if he knows that kind of tech. Okay, if you stand up here, what's he going to do to you? Like basically nothing, right? And who's going to outpoke you here? They have nothing to poke you. They have a Genji who can't. I mean, honestly, Genji poking is like not very dangerous. They have what, a Rhine, a Hog. Yeah, basically nothing that can challenge you. So instead of standing on the point when it's so dangerous, why don't you just stand up here? See? So
I see.
like against a Doomfist, always go for high ground. Good kills. I mean, why do you?
Make him use.
It's like, why do you jump? I wouldn't have jumped at all.
I don't know if I wanted to get the. I think it's like me just wanting to get a point most of the time when I'm not like the person to do it.
Yeah, you're not the person to do it. Well, you're not supposed to get on the point. It's like if you get on the point. No, actually, don't even talk about getting a point. You won't even reach the point. You're Zen. See? Like, see? You're running ahead. You're running ahead of your whole team again. Yep. And honestly, wait, hold on. Let me just move back a bit. Look at the scoreboard, right? It's 99 to 62. You have trance. You have a pick.
Okay.
Why didn't you out?
I actually.
I think we're waiting for the Genji blade. That's what I'm thinking. But is it worth it?
No, probably not in this situation.
Yeah. Okay, you have one last chance here. If you don't die. Cause you have trance, you have nothing. They have absolutely no outs. And you are there again! And you are there alone on the point again. Like, you are in front of every... As I said. Like, this position is good, but you're walking forward. It's good kill on Doomfist, but...
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. You see? If you had trance, and your team kills the Roadhog, pretty much you could just win the fight from there. So it's actually very winnable. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, crazy. Okay.
Just, I mean, okay, I mean there are quite a number of things to work on, but if I want to say the one thing you should work on, just remember the 3S rule. If you don't see 3 of your teammates in front of you, you are too far forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright.